Oil collapsed over the last week, went from 80 down to 65 on a lot of different concerns. Part of it on, the banking crisis is going to cause an economic slowdown. And is China coming back? Isn't China coming back? What's Russia doing? What are the Saudis going to do? Because we both know the sweet spot for oil for the Saudis is $80.
Yeah.
Right. So when it starts to get significantly below 80, the Saudis always bang the drum and go, well, we might cut production. Right. Now they have their next meeting on April 5th, which is next week. So what's your sense there?
I expect we'll see some kind of activity about that. Now, we have heard already that exports from Russia are beginning to ease back. They aren't exporting as much as they were. So that could take some of the pressure off. I believe the reaction in oil was more of an overreaction because people thought the thing with the banks was really the sign of a global recession and all this stuff. And, meanwhile, we see estimates for global demand going higher and higher, because I swear we see all this horrible news on TV, but the global economy is actually doing okay. It really is. And so we are going to see continued growth. China isn't coming back as fast as like some people hope, but it's still coming back.
Well, but is it
tremendous demand coming on?
There's tremendous demand coming on. So I always laugh when they say, one day they read China demand is strong. And then the next day they'll say, well, China's, not coming back. And I'm confused. And I think that's also part of the problem, right? Is that the market remains confused. I think China's coming back in a big way. I also think I read last week, I think it was out of one of the oil stories that I read, is that China is expected to represent 40% of the increase in demand in 2023 in terms of their demand. I think it's absolutely true.
Yeah, well, I think everyone knows that prices for things like oil are actually made around the edges. So when you have a place like China really ramping up demand, that actually boosts the price all around the world. Right. Now, their recovery, their rebound has been spotty in parts, and that's what's confusing people. But I think if you look at the big picture, this is good news for oil, for copper, industrial metals. It's a really strong story.